When Georgia Jean Weckler, only 8 years old, disappeared on May 1st, 1947, she was last seen by Mrs. Carl Florkey. Mrs. Florkey, a neighbor and mother of one of Georgia Jean's classmates, dropped her off at the end of the driveway that stretched half a mile to the family farm. Georgia's neighbor observed her as she picked up the mail and made her way down the lane that led to her family's farm. Georgia had mentioned that she was planning to gather flowers for a May basket in the woods close by. At first, Eleanor, Georgia's mother, thought Georgia was safe with her father and did not panic when she did not arrive home after school. However, when George Weckler came back at 6 p.m., they soon realized that Georgia was missing. They wasted no time in searching for her and contacting the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. The disappearance of the child became the talk of the town, leading to a massive search effort by more than 200 volunteers in the nearby 20-acre wooded area that lasted for 5 hours. Regrettably, nothing was discovered. With each passing day, the investigation unraveled more clues. Witnesses stepped forward, shedding light on the situation. According to their reports, a young blonde male, aged between 20 to 25, was seen driving a 1936 Ford sedan. This dark-colored vehicle, equipped with 4 doors, was spotted in the area at the time Georgia vanished. Traces of deep tire tracks were uncovered by investigators. Witnesses reported observing a young girl who bore a resemblance to Georgia, struggling with a man inside the vehicle in Fort Atkinson not long after Georgia went missing. The man's identity remains a mystery, but he is considered a primary suspect in the case. Numerous individuals have been interviewed throughout the course of the investigation. In the beginning, it was thought that Georgia was taken for ransom due to her father's influential position and wealth. Yet as days went by, no demands for money were made. In autumn of 1947, Buford Sennett, a notorious criminal convicted of assault and murder, shockingly confessed to the murder of Georgia. This chilling revelation came shortly after he began his life sentence behind bars. According to his confession, Sennett, along with an unidentified accomplice, abducted Georgia with the intention of demanding a ransom. Tragically, things took a fatal turn when she was accidentally overdosed on sleeping pills they had given her. Sennett confessed to discarding Georgia's remains in the Blue River by the town of Blue River, Wisconsin. Despite a thorough search of the river, no evidence of Georgia was uncovered. A few ashes were found in the woods near his previous hideout, prompting forensic testing after a witness claimed to have seen Sennett burning Georgia's body. Unfortunately, the testing did not provide any significant clues. No charges were ever brought against Sennett in relation to Georgia's case, leaving police unsure of his role. He later withdrew his confession and maintained his innocence in regards to Georgia's case. Despite being released on parole in 1974, his freedom was short-lived, as he was once again apprehended for the assault of 2 young girls. The consequences were severe, as he was sentenced to 20 years in prison in 1987. This sentence was served consecutively to the remainder of his earlier sentence for assault and murder in 1947 as his rearrest violated his parole. In 2008, Sennett passed away in a Wisconsin prison. He was not the sole individual to admit to Georgia's abduction and killing. Several others, such as a convicted murderer from Nebraska, also confessed throughout the years. However, no evidence could be found against any of them, and the majority eventually took back their confessions. A decade had passed since Georgia's disappearance, when the year 1957 brought a surprising twist to her case. The small town of Plainfield, Wisconsin became the center of attention as authorities arrested Edward Theodore Gein for the murder of a female tavern keeper. This shocking development reignited interest in Georgia's unsolved mystery, leaving the public intrigued and eager to uncover any potential connections between the two perplexing incidents. At his farm, investigators stumbled upon a horrifying sight that has since become the stuff of legends. They discovered a multitude of body parts and disturbing objects, including lampshades crafted from human skin. Further investigation revealed that these items were predominantly sourced from local cemeteries. Gein admitted to the murders of only 2 tavern keepers. As a result of his mental state, he was deemed insane and subsequently confined to a mental hospital, where he passed away in 1984. Gein has been identified as a potential suspect in the case of Georgia's disappearance, as well as the disappearance of Evelyn Hartley in 1953. However, neither of them have been located thus far. It is worth noting that these 2 individuals do not fit the typical profile of Gein's known victims, as he targeted middle-aged women. Additionally, Gein does not match the description of the man believed to have abducted Georgia, although he does possess a black 1937 Ford. The fact that Georgia's disappearance is unresolved is heartbreaking. The enduring impact of Georgia Jean Weckler's case is undeniable, as it continues to touch the hearts of many. Despite the years that have passed, investigators remain determined to uncover the truth and bring closure to this haunting mystery. Please leave your thoughts below. Thank you for the continued support.